Well, hello everybody. My name is Tony, and earlier today you saw me post a lot of 2085 Topps football packs. Not the prettiest, pretty rough condition. So I thought maybe I'd open a couple up just for the heck of it. There was some concern around dust and dirt and mold, and kind of got me curious about the pack since I'm not the original owner, to open up a few that maybe had some of the worst dust, dirt, rips, the backs, despite them being sealed, did not look very pretty. So I thought I'd open up a few for you guys on this video just to see what they look like. And maybe inside they weren't damaged, maybe they were. I know the gum can stick to the top card a lot of times as well, so bear with me here and we'll see what we get in terms of results. So here we go. I have to admit, I haven't opened an 85 Topps pack probably in 35 years, so these definitely look like they've been around that long, but let's see what we get once we open them up inside. Looks like nice folds there. And we've got a Houston Oiler maybe, not Warren Moon. Let's take these out carefully. You can see the gum is pretty dirty, and maybe that is mold on that gum. So let's flip these over and see who we have. Well, the first card on top is Howie Long. It looks, I do not see any damage. It looks like they would say it's pack fresh. The edges look pretty sharp and bold as well. Let's see the sticker too. Oh, Greg Bell, running back from the Buffalo Bills. So in this first pack, again, the pack was fairly well dirty. Pretty grimy on the side, dirt. There are some rips on the top as well. Let's see what we have. Howie Long, his second year card, I believe. Art Monk, record breaker. Again, little notch on the top, a little roughness up there, but the cards are sharp and black. Not a lot of corner wear to them. Ronnie Lott. Look at that. That is a nice looking card. That's pretty sharp, pretty centered, for what I at least am okay with. James Lofton, so Ronnie Lott again, Hall of Famer. James Lofton, I believe, is as well. Started with the Packers, played for a number of teams, at least one or two more, I think, after the Packers. Again, a sharp. I don't see any damage to the card. This is as good as I would want my own cards to be, frankly. Alfred Anderson, Bruce Harper. Looks like Bill Kinney with the Chiefs in a team card. Larry Moriarty, again, was the card that was touching the gum. So let's just remember that. This card, I know it's kind of hard to see. I don't see any damage on the front, and of course the gum was touching on the back. Maybe a slight shading in the middle here, but for me, nothing I would be concerned with. Monty Coleman, Ray Guy, Raider and Hall of Fame punter. Walter Abercrombie. I remember when I got this card as a kid, thinking, wow, they really had to scrunch those letters in for the last name, if their last name was, well, longer than Ray Guy. So Abercrombie did get his name in there, just barely. Interception leaders. Kenny Easley, Tom Flynn, Kent Hill, Don Rogers, and the last card. Oh, look at that. The last card, and this was, I believe it was either in between all the cards because of how the pack, how they are packed, or it was on the top, not touching the gum, meaning it was touching, I guess, just the wax. Again, Dan Marino, second year card. Yeah, that's a pretty solid looking card. I would take that in a heartbeat. Now the back of it, oh, no, I am, yep, so I take that back, my earlier comment. So this was the card that must have been touching the gum, or at least there was some residue from the gum, from the wax, that spread to the card. So again, there definitely is some damage to that on the back, but I mean, the cards themselves they are nice and sharp, and for me specifically, yeah, it bothered me if this was on the front, I guess, and there's a little, I guess, mark up here too. Little notch there in the top. So, but for me personally, this is a card I would definitely keep in the set if I'm set building. So got 3 or 4 Hall of Famers there on that pack, and again, the wax, the gum, it did definitely do a little damage, but all the other cards look fairly sharp. Let's do one more since we had such a good hit on that one. This is pretty rough looking in terms of you got some rips there, dirt, grime, just discoloration on the front, and the back is pretty dark and dingy in some areas too. So I guess if I need some tube socks, I know where I could have gotten them back almost 40 years ago. So, but let's go ahead and get this open. We'll do maybe this last one, just 2 out of the 20 pack lot. To give you an example, maybe if you're interested in bidding on these or buying them, again, you may have a card or so, maybe 1 card that has some gum damage. Unfortunately, that was the passing leader's card with Marino and Montana. But let's see what this one brings for us as well. So we see a San Diego Chargers former player, and now someone with the Bengals in 1984, maybe. Is it Pete Johnson? I forget if that's who that is. Oh, James Brooks, another running back. And here, this may be pretty disgusting. Pretty disgusting on the inside. So gum definitely moldy and not edible. The whole front, the back of the front of the wrapper, you can see is very discolored. So I'll put that one aside, not to save that. Now remember, this is how the cards came. So this back card was the one touching this area back here. So let's flip to that one first before we get to James Brooks and see if there's any damage on that card. Mike Ken. Now there is damage here. It's, again, these corners. I don't know if you call that a notch, like a loading mark or something. Not loading mark, but something there got damaged, not from the mold of the gum likely, but something did. But on this card itself, I can feel some roughness, but honestly, I don't see the same discoloration, except for up here, I guess. I see that, that the Marino and Montana had. So with that in mind, let's open them actually the way the pack came, like this. And we'll just see if we notice any patterns. So James Brooks is card number 1. Again, I'd put this in my set as a set builder. This is pretty nice. We've got Ray Ellis, Eagles. Uh-oh, I see that card right behind this one. I'll cover the name up just for the time being. We've got Tim Smith. And card number 4, Walter Payton, 84, record breaker. Now, this was in the middle of the pack. Was not touching the gum, was touching other cards, not the wax, not the gum. So, again, Walter Payton, 1985, record breaker card number 6. And this actually shows he set the most career rushing yards in 1984. There it is. A little bit of a white ding on the corner there. Otherwise, a little bit of some sort of printing something up there, kind of a blue dot. But a very sharp card I put in my set. So we will keep that one here. Again, going in the same order we started with, we've got Frank Pollard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, no creases, no dings, no dents. I mean, these cards look like they have been in the pack since 1985. They've just been through a lot of rough times with the dirt, the dust, the mold, but the cards on the inside look like they came out of the factory. No creases, no rips, no tears, no damage. And the fact we found a Peyton, a Marino in Montana, Howie Long. I'm not an expert, but I'd say there's probably a good chance these haven't been opened or tampered with. So just dirty, but still something to note. The dirt, the gum, etc. So Frank Pollard. Ooh, Wendell Tyler, Niners. And again, I'm a Bears guy, so having two Bears cards in a pack, that's a good thing for me. We have number 22, Bears team leaders again. Walter Payton in action, running against the Packers. Very nice card. Bill Moss. Norm Johnson, a little bit off center there. Joe Nash, another Seahawk. Again, one with a few letters in his last name. They could squeeze that in pretty easily on these 85 Topps cards. 3 Seahawks in a row. Darryl Turner, Leroy Irvin, M.L. Harris. Oh, Pete Johnson. I thought Pete Johnson was the card on this. No, on the other side. The first card right? Yeah, James Brooks. I guessed Pete Johnson on that card, and lo and behold, it wasn't him, but here he is, second from the last card with the Dolphins. And the last card we've already seen is Mike Ken, Topps All-Pro, with, again, just something going on there in the corner. So, again, maybe I'd probably keep that in my set, but it's a common. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but, again, that was there. So, you know what? Since I have 20 of these packs, both packs yielded Hall of Famers and pretty darn good cards. This one had the Peyton in action and the Walter Payton record breaker. Again, no gum stain, corner sharp. I like that. I can deal with a little off center, maybe a print mark here or there. My big thing are creases. I mean, miscuts are largely bad miscuts. That's tough. But creases, lots of wear and tear, card loss, paper loss, that'd be a big thing for me. But these are going to be solid cards for a set if I start building the 85 top set. So this had 2 Peytons in it. Again, the first pack we pulled had the Marino Montana. Again, unfortunately, it was up against the gum. But again, for me, doesn't bother me too much. It's on the back. And again, the card structure itself, there's no dings, dents. These cards look like they've been in these packs since 1985. So again, 2 packs in, I think because I've gotten a lot of luck so far. I don't want to push my luck. It doesn't mean there's Peytons, Dickersons, Warren Moons, any other Hall of Famers in the other 18 packs we've got here. But hopefully this video was interesting. You know what? I guess the one thing I just realized about this, though, is that we didn't get, it was right here, we didn't get a sticker. So that could just be Topps and not having the best quality control. The first pack, the sticker was Greg Bell, number 15. So maybe that's just an oddity. I doubt someone would have opened the pack just to get the sticker out and left the two Peyton cards. But again, kind of a weird thing I noticed there. So we'll keep this with the pack it came from over here. And so with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's the first video I've ever done in terms of opening packs and talking about them, and talking about just my experience with cards growing up. And again, I haven't opened these packs, one of these packs probably since 1987 or 88 for all I know. So lots of fun. Again, these are still up for bid on the Vintage Wax and Pack site as of today. And today is tomorrow. I guess tomorrow will be Sunday, January 28th. So there'll be 18 packs, not 20, I suppose, like my first post said. But hopefully you enjoyed that video. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Thanks.